Meow. Bing.
Up. This only goes up to 115 pounds. We're in the second to the numbers right now.
Here at Jonathan, Juliana is a member of our high school track, spring track, and cross country team.
In case of the mark, they will be called. Less traditionally, for example, our referees
Welcome back to DHS SportsCenter, everybody. Today, I am very lucky to be joined by our DHS boys winter track shot put team, Braden Medeiros, Jake Lancaster, and Andre Capataz. Gentlemen, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for
Glad to
having
be
us.
here.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So, first question we'll start off with, how has the team been performing this season?
The team had a great season. We went 4-0 in our dual meets. Unfortunately, we came in second place at the league meet to Brockton. We lost by, I believe it was 5 points, which is just a third place finish.
Yep.
So nothing crazy. We definitely could have pulled it out, but great season overall. Happy and good senior season.
My second question here, kind of going off that one, the team has been practicing almost since around November. How do you guys think you performed individually this season, each from the coming from the start of the season all the way now to here at the end?
I think I had a pretty solid season. I'm still hoping to make it to all states, which I need to PR by about 2 feet to get there. It's definitely doable, but we'll see at states.
For me, since it was like my first year doing it, Brayden actually recruited me to join this year. It was really I just came up, started throwing like 35, just progressively getting better every week. And, lucky enough, I just got to be like the third best and got to go to like state relays, which was a good experience. And coming in third there was pretty cool, so it was amazing.
For me, I'd say like I already exceeded like my beginning of the season goals because I improved by about 4.5 feet since the start of the season, and I qualified for states. So I'm hoping to maybe throw a big bomb at that meet on Sunday.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So it sounds like you guys have had great success this season.
Yeah.
Obviously, winter track, a very big team with multiple different events going on. But we also have spring track coming up. Do any of you guys have plans during spring track or spring sports season to do anything?
Definitely planning on doing spring track. I'm hoping to auto qualify for all states this time instead of kind of waiting until the last minute to be able to qualify.
Yeah.
I'm also hoping to qualify for states in discus. So,
Do you guys have anything going on this
Nah,
spring?
I'm not doing spring track.
I'm doing spring. I hope to qualify for states in shot and disc. And yeah, that's my goal, and maybe improve my distances for shots from the winter.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Getting into some more personal kind of questions here. Braden, I know you're obviously the captain. You've been doing shot for 4 years here at the high school. Being captain in your senior year, is that a new level of responsibility you feel you've taken on and a new role that you feel like the coaches put on you that you have to perform and be almost like a role model in some cases for the younger underclassmen, maybe?
honestly, it's not that different. Last year, I was also the top shot putter, so I was kind of already the coach in a sense. And this year, I've kind of just expanded on that, and I was given a little bit bigger of a role just because I was named the captain role. But other than that, it's not too bad, not too much.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. And, I'd like to know a little bit where you guys first started in your careers as shot putters and what made you want to get into doing it. Whoever would like to start first.
I can go first.
Yeah, you go.
So I started my freshman year. I originally did track to kind of stay in shape for soccer and make sure I'm still moving in between seasons. Then Coach John Bro, he kind of told me, hey, you should try shot put. You'll probably be good at it. picked up the ball for the first time through like 25, which was on like the upper half of the team. Obviously, that's not that great now, but as a freshman, first time throwing it, it's pretty good. And he just wanted me to hit, like, I think it was 27 to qualify for a freshman sophomore invite. So he just had me practice it like once, twice a week. And then I picked it up from there, and now that's all I do. So.
All right. For me, it started like last summer. You know, these Braden and Andre would just like text me. They're like, "Yo, we're throwing. Do you want to come throw with us? You know, you should try it out. It'll be fun this year. You should do it." So I went, and you know, when I threw, it was like, I threw it like maybe like 28 the first time I threw it. So I was like, all right, whatever. I'll just go do it this year. So yeah, that's pretty much how it started. And then I went, and then like, obviously I was far behind because you know it was my first year doing it, but you don't really realize how much actually goes into throwing. Like when you look at it, it just looks basic, but you really have to like focus on like being like balanced, staying low, getting explosive, and flicking your wrist, and making sure that you get like the perfect form. So yeah, it was fun practicing with Braden and Andre. You know, they really helped coaching me, really teach me what to do, and really help me improve throughout the season.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah.
For me, like, I started last spring. Last spring was my first season. And, like, I originally did it because, like, I didn't do a spring sport, so I just wanted to try new things. And, Braden, like, coached me up from the start. And, like, since then, I kind of, like, picked it up and, like, I really focused on practicing it. And, like, I feel like the work paid off this season. And, yeah, and since then, I've met some really cool people through the sport. And that's, like, what ultimately how I enjoy the sport the most.
Another question I have is, you know, going out there at these meets, you know, waiting in line, ready for your turn. Do you guys feel that you have any supporters that really have helped you and supported you basically in your doing shot put? People that have provided advice and want to see you succeed necessarily? Anybody?
Obviously coaches and parents and teammates. But one of the big ones is my coach, Matt, that I go to every Sunday. He's like probably the biggest supporter, helps me out, kind of goes through everything, fixes it. He'll like nitpick me, but that's just because he likes me and he feels like it's worth his time to be able to nitpick me, as well as Andre. He goes there too. So, yeah, I would definitely say coaches, parents, and especially Coach Matt.
For me, you know, I'd say obviously Coach Lima and also Coach Peter Bro. You know, first, whenever I throw, he's always the first one to ask me how I did, how well I felt, or like how did I feel throwing. And then he's always encouraging me to throw farther. So it was just, yeah, he's a good supporter.
Yeah, for me, like, no brainer, my parents. Parents are my biggest supporters. My coaches, Coach Lima, Coach Bros, all the coaches, and then especially Coach Matt. Coach Matt just helps me with a lot of technical stuff, and like he just wants to see me succeed, and like I attribute most of my success to him.
Well, thank you, gentlemen, for joining me today on DHS SportsCenter. Really appreciate it. Viewers, stay tuned for Ben Smith, who will be interviewing our wonderful track coaches here. Thank you, guys.
Interesting information about St. Patrick's Day. It's always on March 17th. Did you know March 17th was actually the day St. Patrick died? After he died, he was forgotten, but he later on grew honored as a saint of Ireland. He used a 3-leaf shamrock to explain the Holy Trinity. Because of that, in the 18th century in Ireland, they started to wear shamrocks on March 17th to show their Irish Christian pride, which later on turned into the tradition to wearing green on St. Patrick's Day. One of the biggest traditions that happen on St. Patrick's Day are parades. This started in New York in 1762. If you want to learn more about St. Patrick's Day, there's a bunch of videos and articles online that you can look for. Bye!
All right, we're here with both coaches for the boys and girls track team. I got Coach Bro and Coach McCarron. Welcome, guys.
Thanks for having us, Ben.
Thank you.
All right, so first things first, how's your season going so far?
Really good. So we're starting to wind down our season here on both sides, but it's been incredibly successful, and more so on the girls' side.
Yeah, we've had a great season, undefeated in the regular season, conference championships. This probably is one of the best teams we've had in a really long time.
Yeah, especially. And a few weeks ago, one of our members of the track team, Maddie Stott, broke a record. Can you explain the record that she broke?
Yeah, she broke the 300-meter record, so it's considered a sprinting an event, and she broke Caitlin Demmer's record of 42. I think it was 42.50.
42.50 something.
Yep, and she now holds it by herself at 42.07. So it was something she'd worked for quite a while, and we're really glad that her hard work paid off.
That's awesome. And speaking on that, on the other side, you know, you just explained conference champions, and this is one of the best teams that you've experienced in all your years. How are you feeling this year than the past few years, though?
Yeah, both of our teams went undefeated for the first time ever together. We've each done it, boys team might have done it in past years or the girls team, but to both do it together was great. So we both were regular season champions, and then on the girls side, Miss McCarron's team won the SEC championship meet. So they won both championships for girls track this year. The boys came up just short. We were in second place behind Brockton. We lost by like 12, so a very close meet, but it's just great success that has been kind of brewing for the last few years, so we're glad that these kids could put it all together.
Yeah, no, that kind of explains it all. It's been a great season. We've had awesome athletes. I think we're both very tired at this point, but really can't complain, so.
Yeah, especially. And thinking of that, rewinding last year from COVID and moving to now, how are you guys managing from going from masks to fully back to normal?
We are both so glad that there are no masks. Can you imagine running a mile or a 2 mile with a mask on? I mean, it's tough walking upstairs with a mask on, but to run 2 miles is crazy. So we're just excited that the kids can have a normal season. They all worked so hard on both sides, and it really showed with their titles. So now we're kind of focused on the last chapter of our season and hopefully some good performances to end it.
Yeah, this was our first season since 2020 that we didn't have to worry about COVID. So it's been a great one.
Yeah, especially. So you guys got states coming up next Sunday. How are you guys feeling about all these athletes competing in the states?
Great. I mean, these kids have put in such hard work. They're competitive. They are really good in the events that they do. And I know I can speak for both of us on girls and boys side. We're super excited and hoping for some really big performances too.
Yeah. We're also really proud of the athletes. They are really great kids in general. They should be stretching better right now, but they are great. So we're really, really excited to see what they can do on Sunday.
That's awesome. So it really goes to show that coaching matters, and you guys show a lot of hard work, blood, sweat, and tears 24/7 in this group. And they're a really great group. I especially seen a lot of kids on your team who have done very well. A lot of kids who've gotten first place medals this year, and they've done really well. But I want to thank you guys very much for coming on the show today, and I hope to see you around school.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you all for tuning in to today's episode of DHS SportsCenter. Stay tuned for our next episode where we'll be interviewing our athletic director, Mr. Chris Foley, from transitioning to the winter season to the spring season. If you'd like to see more of DHS SportsCenter, subscribe, like, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on any new videos coming out soon on DHS SportsCenter. Thank you all for watching.